Well, hey everybody, welcome in. We are social here with Invicta Online Live. I'm Kimberly, along with Invicta Ryan Johnson. How's it going today, my friend?
Great. It's fun to see you here with the new year coming up. So happy New Year. Best to you in 2018 and also to you watching us today.
Well, by the way, if you want to join us through all of our on live shows, of course, it's social.evine.com/Invicta. And we're live. And this is an interactive, fun way to be able to shop this particular theme we're calling Top-Notch Watches for Collectors. And I know we've got the big cruise coming. Love to hear from you if you're coming on the cruise as well. But Ryan and I want to hear from you through our YouTube channel. We see that Mikalka is joining us. Eric is here. Looks like Jake
is always here. So it's nice to see you guys again, and we appreciate it. And I guess that's what we found out how long the delay is when I first started kicking on the show.
Pretty quick.
But yeah. Put up your comments if you want to know what's coming up during the show or things you guys would like to see, or maybe some watches you bought over the holidays that you finally received and now you're wearing it on your wrist. So we want to hear all about that via chat.
And by the way, we're going to give you a little sneak peek of the
Oh, that's right.
All right, we'll give it to you in just a few moments. But let's begin with the Invicta Reserve 52mm specialty. This is a Sabacqua Swiss Quartz chronograph timepiece. It features an abalone dial. The item number is 650973. For someone who's just new to our Invicta YouTube online live shows, let's do a little history lesson about Invicta and then move into this specialty Sabacqua.
Well, with Invicta, we've been around for actually 181 years. So it's been a long, long time since we've been around with Invicta. And the whole principle from us at Invicta is that we have exceptional timepieces at prices that you can afford. And if you tune into our other shows, you know, collectors, they have amassed collections. I mean, they have a few watches, dozens of watches, even in fact, hundreds of watches on occasion. Because what we do is we just deliver a superior product at affordable prices. And it's fun. During this show, you're going to find a lot of select watches, different designs, different colors. And we produced, actually last year in 2017, we produced 4,700 different models. And what you see right here, to be fair, with the 3 different choices, those are 3 different models. But think about that. That's still 4,000 different models, 4,700 different models of watches during the year. Now, how you order these are actually by the outer link here for this 5-link bracelet design, and then the center link. So this one happens to be then the burgundy black.
Gotcha.
The next color choice that you'll see then coming up into view that Kimberly has in her hand, that would be the green black. And the final color choice then is the green navy. So what we've done is we've taken really one of our most complex designs we've ever created at Invicta. We're talking about over 40 different components. And we've included in this new plating system with the burgundies and with the greens and the blues that you see, and then put in really one of our hottest dials, Kimberly, which is that abalone shell you had mentioned.
There's something so powerful, something so incredibly dramatic and dynamic about that abalone shell. And by the way, Jared, hello. Nita is shopping. Thanks for being here. Darby is tuning in as well. We've got the 3 choices, and we have an on-sale price today, Ryan, that's 39% off. So for those of you that are lucky enough to shop with us during our Invicta Online Live, you are looking at $260.01 for a 52mm case that is a specialty Sabacqua with the newest plating processing and the newest dials as well. What does it feel like to wear a 52mm timepiece?
Well, see, I am used to it. I wear a lot of watches in that 50mm realm. You know, even 47 to 52, I wear a majority of the time. And I do have a couple Sabacqua specialties. You'll see this one on my wrist. I don't have the biggest wrist in the world. Do I get teased about it? Yes, I do. Have I developed a tolerance over time for this?
Yes, he has.
Yes, I have. So, you know, actually dating back probably 12 years was the first time I was ever on air. And the first time I ever got called out on air was with my dear friend next to me today. And still, we're together 12 years later, hanging out, doing fun shows.
That's right. You know what, when you're wearing this, Ryan's just wearing a really cool casual sweat type of shirt, athleisure style. I think it's awesome. With a men's suit, this could also equally be as aggressive in its bold design. I do want to know about the Superluminova detailing that is in that dial.
Yeah, real quick, we have the Ronda Z60, which is the powerhouse, the movement underneath, Swiss movement, and then the Superluminova Kimberly was mentioning. It's actually the luminescence properties for each individual hour marker and also the hands inside. So that's a nice, bright, brilliant glow. But one final thing, I know we have to go, But collectors, this is a collector show. I need to just show the back of the bracelet.
Please.
Super quick if you haven't seen it. This is what we don't do too often on this watch currently. Is we have the stacked bracelet design. So you see this very complex design on the back here of the bracelet to give you that 5-link design. I just wanted to make sure you saw that before we head off this watch, because collectors want to know about that and they want to add that to their collection, because that's something that they don't see that often from us at Invicta.
Speaking of collection as well, what kind of warranty do we get with our Invicta pieces?
Every single watch from Invicta, including this watch, is part of our reserve. We come out with a standard 3-year warranty.
Okay.
So there's no registration. Back in the years past, you had to actually register, and you don't have to do that anymore. Just when you buy the watch, there's an automatic 5-year warranty attached to that timepiece.
Alrighty, hi Michael, great to have you shopping. Richard is here as well. Russ is joining us. And what does Michael Casey say? How many Invictas does he have?
Let's see. Oh, he just his 55th Invicta.
Wow,
so nice
congratulations,
there, Michael.
All right, as you are looking at this, let's see, is 650973 $260 as the screen says? I do believe it was $260 and 1 little penny. All right, Ryan, we're going to move into another piece that I think is so cool. It's a slim detail piece, 46 millimeter. So it's a little more in what was always referred to as a mid-size.
Yes.
But now this is often referred to as a little smaller for our Invicta collectors. It is 644127, another reserve piece. What does it mean to wear an Invicta reserve?
That's right. Well, when we're talking about reserve, it's an umbrella that carries over a few of our different collections and models within those collections. And it means the ultimate in quality, craftsmanship, and design. It's really the best of the best that we make at the company. And so, you know, one of the things is, like we just showed with that Sub-Aqua specialty. And Ken, could I get one of the watches from number 1, please? Just any one is fine. So it's interesting because a lot of people will think that we just have the bigger timepieces and that's it. But in fact, what's so cool about Invicta, just one of the things is just the sheer versatility that we have between the watches. Because look at, this is known as a big timepiece. Look at right here. This is one of the slimmest watches, in fact, out there in the market today. Actually, when you're going from the crystal to the case back, under 3 millimeters thin. And so that's what we're calling it the sottile, which means thin in Italian. And so you just get a watch, it's, you know, something, a departure that people think that we have. But look at, this is really interesting too, because Kimberly, we have to have, first of all, the case back. You'll see the case back going along right here. Then we have to have the movement. Then on top of the movement, we have to have then the dial. Both hands have to take place, and the crystal, all under 3 millimeters, which just really is something special to be able to have.
Well, I'm delighted that you're shopping here today. We appreciate the fact that you're on us on this journey as well. Your item number is 644127. Want to give a quick little update, and I apologize. We had some misinformation in the very first item that we shared. Actually, the $260 was the savings. The price for that Invicta Reserve, which is 650973, the specialty Sub-Aqua, is actually $406.99. So I apologize for that. Great value, especially when everything that you're getting. This one too, on sale, we have fewer than 50 to go around.
Right. Well, it's something new that we came out with in 2017. We had a lot of marketing that went behind it, and our collectors love to be able to get into this because it's Invicta. It's us just creating something new, and that's something you can always guarantee with Invicta is we're always designing. We're always coming out with something new, and you know, especially with this turbine coming up here tomorrow night that you'll see. We'll get into a little bit more. Oh yeah,
that turbine that you're talking about.
That's right. It's definitely cool. You guys have to stay tuned. We'll be telling a little bit more about that.
That little turbine that you
one
mean,
too.
Huh?
Exactly.
So the man who wears an Invicta timepiece, what's his style all about? Is there one kind of particular style for this watch?
You know, when it comes to it, what I say is I try to give suggestions, and you know, you do, and other hosts, of where you can wear these. But what it comes down to is just really what makes you the happiest and how that goes. And, you know, I try to say, I mean, if you want to definitely have a watch that goes underneath the cuff, this is definitely the one watch that you want to have in your collection out there. But something that's also lightweight in addition to it. I mean, this watch weighs maybe an ounce or two, and that's really about it. I also like, too, it's just very simple to be able to read inside of this dial. The abalone shell, as you'll see right here, is just a little bit, it's a little bit busier on the inside of the abalone shell. So if you just want something crisp, lightweight, extremely comfortable on the wrist, I mean, you want to look at something like this in your collection. Remember, as Kimberly had mentioned, this is part of the reserve collection, so you're getting just a top-notch of everything that we make at the company.
I do love that you have the Arabic numerals, if you will, on that outer chapter ring of that dial. Very sleek silicone strap, so it's very comfortable along the wrist. Ultra thin case and design, that fixed bezel, the Superluminova, as far as the accent dot markers, are going to make it easy to read, and a sapphire crystal. So it's yours today, 644-127 for $239.99. Is that the right price? Yeah. All right. Listen, we're having some fun. Big Ken is in the house. All of our watch collectors know Ken. We can't wait to see you guys on the cruise. We're going to have so much fun doing all sorts of activities. I'm sure Ken will be a dancing machine that night as far as the show goes as well. The Man of War. Is there a theme going on here now?
Well, a lot of the watches you'll see, we do have names like nautically based timepieces out there. So like Man of War, just like the sea creature out there. We have the Pro Divers, we have the Master of the Ocean, the Sea Spiders, Sea Hunters. So, you know, my boss and the CEO of the Invicta Watch Group, A.L. Lalo, whom you've known for 16 years, he's always around the water. He's on the water, he lives in the water, he's diving underwater, traveling across the water. And so that's why a lot of the watches, we have the dive watches out there that you see. So with the Man of War, it's known for, and this is really neat because first of all, it's what we call a cushioned case style design. So it's a little bit of that rounded case design that's a little bit of a square associated with it. You can see the domed crystal that's a part of it. But what you see then in terms of the metalwork on this is actually bronze. It was the first time we've actually done that before, which plays into some of the nautical themes. Sometimes the hull identification numbers or the HINs on boats are made of bronze, just because it's that's resistant out there too to the salt water and such. But I think this is a little bit more of that casual to dress up type of watch you were asking before.
Definitely.
I think with this design out there,
I do like the fact that it's more of that matte finish as well. It's not so in your face screaming that gold tone or the silver tone or the rose gold tone as well. Chronograph complications that you have on this, are they usable?
Yes, of course they are. And so you can activate those with the two different function pushes, the 2 and 4 o'clock position on the watch. But look at 52 millimeters, we have the large Arabic numerals at the quarter-hour positions, so it's really easy to be able to, tell the time inside, even though we have 3 different registers out there. You know, so being the Man of War, I mean, I've been down to Florida before where they've had the Man of War warnings on the beach, and you're not supposed to swim because, you know, there's basically like a jellyfish and you can get stung and it's very painful. And so, I don't know, what is the cure for that? I don't know what the cure is. I mean, there's a old saying that you just can pee on them. Right? This is you too.
Why are you looking at me? You want the girl to say it?
I did, and you said pee.
Because I'm a Florida girl. I grew up in Florida. I stepped around jellyfish in Man of War. I know the whole drill. Yes. Yes. It works. Oh, that's all I'm going to say. Nothing like asking your brother or dad to help.
Yeah.
So listen, this is... Individual results will vary as well. I've lost our director. He's completely lost his mind.
Off the cuff.
But you did that to me, Brian
I did. You
Johnson.
know, I've learned over the years and through you and many others, I was like, so isn't there another way to perhaps
make me blush?
To make the singing go away? And then I just learned to just be quiet because somebody's got to talk.
Richard, yes, they do hurt. Listen, I love this because it is very sporty. Ryan and I are both water people. We both love to be on the water. We're very active. We have boats. We love to ski. We like to jet ski, all of that as well. So this is going to be one of those, if you're nautically influenced, I think it's going to be great. What is the purpose of having that crown protector? Is this one that I can get wet or not?
Well, you can get this watch wet. I mean, if you do, I would save the swimming or any sort of water activities for the bracelets or the strap watches, not the leather. Even though we source the leather out of Italy and it's treated for water, it's basically if you do happen to get it wet, you're okay. I mean, if you do accidentally go in the water with it on, you're still fine with that. But yes, we have a crown protector. It's a little bit different. It's a 2-piece system where you pull down in this one part, which then releases, and then you can then look at, you can make any sort of adjustment to the watch. But the crown is actually the one weak spot on the watch. So if you have bang it against whatever it happens to be, it could set this off just a little bit and then water could happen to get inside. So we do have different versions on bracelets and also silicone bands for you. But yeah, there we go. Exhibition case back on that as well.
So you're going to really enjoy seeing all that this has to offer. It's 53 millimeters. It's on sale today to $259.99. Your item number is 640633. 835. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And what are people saying about getting stung by jellyfish?
Yeah, let's see. I think it looks as though Richard said he got stung by one because he says, and boy, do they hurt.
Yeah.
Russ, he said, if you get stung by a man-o-war jellyfish, go to the hospital immediately. Yeah. Michael says he wants a sea hunter so bad.
Do we have any online?
Well, Michael, if you go to Evine's website, you can just type in Invicta Sea Hunter, and it'll pull up anything that is in Evine's inventory on the website. So it's really easy to be able to navigate through the website.
Do you know one of the things I think is worse than actually a jellyfish is the sea lice? Have you ever had that?
No.
Where it's like, if you guys have been like, right, Jason knows, it's kind of like, you know how the sand fleas and the gnats in the sand, right? But it's like being bitten, and it can happen in the water. And then you think you're gonna like rinse it off in the shower, and it just keeps like itching your skin.
Oh,
it's
really?
the worst.
Oh, I've never had
Whereas
that.
I feel the man-o-war, you get that one area, you can treat that area.
As we've all learned today.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's talk about the Grand Diver Dragon. This is 651-441. 4 great ways to get this piece home. I have fewer than 500 available. At $139.99, it is a 47mm automatic, and it's the Grand Diver Dragon. What is a Grand Diver for someone brand new to Evine?
So Grand Diver is part of our Pro Diver collection. It's a series within that, which is that diver-style DNA for what makes up the case design on this watch. The timepiece also is water resistant that you can take in the water too. So 100 meters. So we were talking about before, you can go swimming with this watch. But the Dragon aspect with this watch is we included in that artistry for the dial. And the Dragon has a symbolism that just goes along. And do you know, actually, I was going to ask you, do you know why they have, and I don't, I'm asking because I don't know, why the dragon actually holds that mother of pearl ball. There's some sort of symbolism there. I just don't know what it is.
In the Asian culture? I don't know that. I mean, the dragon is such a key component for their dragon festivals and their moon festivals and things. If you know,
we want to see.
Let us know.
Because there's actually a boat down in Florida, a high performance boat, and it's called a Dragon 42. It's a 50
it's holding the pearl?
And it's this really cool drawing on the side, and it's holding a pearl also. Ooh. And I was wondering what the significance of that is.
Well, if you know, let us know, because we'd love to learn something from you as well. Black, gold tone, silver tone, or the two-tone, which is what Ryan is wearing now with that true Invicta blue. My goodness, Ryan, you can see the depth of detail in that dragon on that dial. Lots of luminosity throughout as well.
That's right. You'll just see the beautiful artistry, and it's just not a flat, like a sticker on there. I mean, it's actually, you'll see, been placed on top of the dial. It gives that three-dimensional effect of it that you get. And then it's that classic Grand Diver where we have that Mercedes-style hand that's a part of it too. And this option too is that two-tone. And it's that deep, rich Invicta blue for both the bezel and then also for part of the dial that you'll see on the outside. And the movement, you'll see that second hand isn't moving. That's because we have the NH35A as the movement on the back here for you. So that little rotor will turn and actually self-wind the watch for you.
Nice. Michael Casey has that Garfield Man of War. That's fantastic. Check out the Sea Hunters, as Ryan mentioned, online as well. The automatic movement to me, well, first of all, the Diver Series, as a woman, I think it's great. You know, if you, we've talked about my buddy Alan that lives in Hawaii.
Yes,
that is
the
a
fisherman.
Boat captain, the fisherman, right. And he's called in during our shows, Ryan and I, and he has, I think, 60 or 70 Invictas because he's their sun, surf, rain, sleet, hail, everything but snow in Hawaii there, right? And he needs something like the Pro Diver Series, but he wants to have different timepiece sizes and different looks. Everything comes with the warranty. We don't have to do anything to activate that warranty.
All you do is you purchase the timepiece, and then there's an automatic warranty from your date of purchase because that's your invoice there. So it goes by your invoice date. So we just have that security of a 3-year warranty out there, and 3-year warranty isn't something you hear too often out there in the industry. So you usually hear about a 1-year warranty. So we're happy to be able to provide that and attach it to the watch for you.
So Darby, I think, was asking about the movement NH35. This is the TMI NH35A, correct?
Yep, and it's that mechanical automatic movement that we include for each one of these different variations.
Perfect. What have you loved the most? I mean, since you started doing watches with us years ago, with me, the very first show ever, what have you loved about the evolution of Invicta over the last 10 to 12 years?
Well, I've really just enjoyed to be able to see all the different designs that we have come out and just doing more shows and being involved in social media. is to be able to interact with the customers as much as possible. I mean, we have such a large customer base and large social media following. Try to interact as much as possible with everybody out there. But it really brings me true pleasure to be able to see when you guys do add something to your collection, you're really happy and passionate about it, because we're all just part of this watch community.
And have you found, obviously, a newfound love for yourself? Did you ever think that very first show that you did, that 10 plus years later, you'd be the watch guy?
No, I remember coming in and I was so nervous that first time on air, and we were on air together like at 1 in the morning.
Right.
And I remember Rob Countryman was training me in.
Right.
And the one thing they said to me, and this is pretty funny, they said all you need to do is put the watch on upside down, so it's right side up for you
the camera,
guys.
right.
And Kimberly was at the desk by herself, and I was over off to the side, and she's like, "Hey, we have someone new tonight, Ryan. Let's throw a watch on him." She's just.
I tossed him the watch.
And I caught it, and I was so nervous. And so what I did is I put the watch on like this. The one thing I was supposed to do,
he had one job.
I did it wrong. So I put the watch on right side up for me, which basically means, see, it's
backwards
upside down for you. So
right.
That's why, if you're wondering, we always wear the watches upside down for us. So it's right side up for you.
So sometimes we mess up because we want to point here and we really mean to point there.
Exactly.
Because you have to do everything in reverse. This is the Aqua Noma 3. We call it the boss's watch. It is item number 647387. Ryan is wearing the 50 millimeter in black. We also do have it available in the 42 millimeter, and we have it available for you in the white. So you can see the difference between the two. Definitely you could do his and hers today. This is available on a value pay of $63.34 as well. We don't have many. Fewer than 150 are available. When it comes to the Aqua Noma series, to me, wearing the boss's watch, something that A.L. Lalo, who has taken the art of watchmaking and design and innovation to the next level, that's a pretty cool compliment to have.
Yeah, well, the Aqua Noma series is really, really passionate to him, because it's actually named after the letters of Noma, and the Project Abba is actually taking letters from his 4 children. So
very cool.
It's actually pretty cool, and I've seen him in many, many different Aqua Noma 3s before. It's a patented case design that we have for this watch, but something special about this timepiece too is when you get in close and you look at the dial, and either the option that Kimberly has or I have, it's a genuine Meteorite dial.
Very cool.
You don't see the meteorites all that often. We do have them a few different times during the course of the year, but this is actually that space rock that crashed into Earth, and it's a big deal. There's one other company out there that has used the meteorite like this before in some of their watches. We did some research a few years ago. It was about a $4,000 upgrade for a dial upgrade alone.
Whoa.
And if you look at this, what's the price? We're looking at how much is this?
$379.99.
So for less than 10% of what a dial upgrade is, you can get still that very exotic material. And I like to think too that I had never seen meteorite until I started working for Invicta.
Right.
And that might be the case for you watching right now too. People are obviously going to look at the watch on the wrist with this patented design, and just, I mean, it's going to be a standout of just going out in public. But then people are going to, oh my gosh, I love the watch. And you say, well, it's a meteorite dial also. I mean, that just really adds to the cool factor for this timepiece, in my opinion. So, but I have a number of Aqua Noma 3s myself, and I really consider this case design really one of the top 5 designs that we have at Invicta over the last decade or so.
Gotcha. I do love the integration as you go down on the strap, that you have the metal integration, but it's got that sea creature, that kind of undersea flavor, that scaling, if you will, that ties back into this series. Ryan has the black. We also do have it available in the white that has the blue luminosity and the blue subdial chapters as well. By the way, the pearl apparently means fire or sun.
Oh, okay, sure.
A combination with the dragon, which of course is the symbol of power.
Oh, very cool.
Take it. Yeah. So thank you for that comment as well. Thank you, Ken.
I appreciate that. Where is I missed that. So,
that came from that guy.
Oh, okay.
The beer maker, Jamie.
You know what? We have to sample some of his products.
You know what? He has been teasing us. Jamie, who's like a producer.
And look, he's got some little mini Stein over there too.
Is making beer. Like, I think I'm not a beer drinker though. Are you?
I do like beer on occasion, and I'll confess, one of my favorite things to have, like when I want to have like a big cheat day or something like that, is just like a couple Budweisers and a pizza.
That's terrible.
What?
It's
tastes
awful
good
beer.
with the pizza. You gotta be like in a
It's the king of beer. Apologies to Budweiser.
You have to go like, I love it. It's like you go to a little,
Like
small little bar, small little bar.
Ryan, haven't I trained you better? Like a craft brew or
Of course.
something.
Well, yeah, that's good
Ken's
too.
favorite Guinness when
But
he's in Dublin. Come on.
Have you ever been to In Cahoots?
No, what is that?
It's a biker bar up in Hamel. You know where that is?
No, I don't
Have
even
you been
know where
there?
that is. Do they
See,
serve vodka martinis?
Let me just tell you, you know what,
big
you'll
fat
probably
Gucci stuffed
get
olives?
thrown out back and beaten a bit. So
I'm there. Listen, we're having a ton of fun. This is what this is all about. Tammy is sharing with us the fact that she loves her watch. It was actually a gift from her boyfriend. She rarely takes it off. Oh, Mike, rumor has it maybe there's something new coming for Valentine's Day. I like that these two are watching together. That's super fun.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Bolt Zeus Magnum. Wow, this is a bad boy. 646. 828, the number to ask for here. Wow, Ryan, this is heavy. It's beefy, but interesting. I remember when you guys were doing a recent anniversary remote. Isn't this the one that Dustin, one of our partners, was talking about? It's one of his favorite timepieces of all time.
It really is, and it stems from the Bolt collection. And you're going to see we're going to do different variations of this down the road. But it's a dual Swiss movement that we have inside, and it's really, really cool. And I'm actually going to wear this watch incorrectly. Because
I won't call him out on it this time.
Because I'll just show you really quickly what the whole idea of this design is. So when I'm looking down at my watch like this, I just see the main dial, which is that 5040D. Now if I turn just 90 degrees, what I'm going to show you is right there, and I'm going to just twist it a little bit more because there's another Swiss movement.
Very cool.
Right there, and that's a 1042 from Rwanda, another Swiss movement. So these are independently operating outside of themselves. So there's actually the crown right here that you can pull up, and look at, I can just adjust the time to wherever I want, and then push down. With the 5040D, you can actually adjust it too. There's a chronograph that's built in there also.
I love it. As you're looking at this timepiece with that dual movement, for anyone that travels, I think this is so smart, especially if you don't want to worry about those time zones. We're getting a question, Ken, once you come on in, I think you can probably answer this. Come on, don't be afraid. Darby, he looked at me like in terror. Do I look like I'm going to bite? Darby wants to know, how do we choose what watches to use during our Evine online and YouTube shows? Do you want to tell everybody what that process is?
The process is the merchant gets together with the planning team, and then they come up with a show concept, and then the planning team puts them into the show, and then we on the production side make sure they get out here looking beautiful for all of you to purchase.
Dun dun! See, ask and you shall receive. Thank you, Ken. Whatever questions you have, give us a buzz. We want to hear from you as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. What's Richard doing?
Richard's got to go. Have
Bye,
a great
Richard.
weekend. So have a great weekend yourself, Richard. Let's see, Tammy, thank you for tuning in to every show as
She's
possible.
addicted to Invicta already. Yeah. I love it. And you know what? This is what is so great. Watches are so personal. The art of time, the gift of time. We have 58 of these available, so there's not too many to go around. Place your orders as quickly as possible. This is 646-828. We do want to give you a couple little shout outs for something special that's coming up. Ryan, what in the world is happening right before our very own eyes?
Well, it's a big deal. Tomorrow night, I believe it's at 11 p.m. Eastern. I think it's Kendi and Justin are going to be launching the new turbine. Super, super cool that you'll see here as you'll see that turbine just going. You know, turbines are used on, helicopters. They're used in the jets out there. Yeah. Some speed cars too, just going down the desert floor. They use the turbine jets.
But you know how, like when you're in Palm Springs and stuff like that, and you go by and all those big wind dials that are there for energy, it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah,
you know?
that same thing that goes along exactly. So we have different color variations. I think we have 4.
Yes,
because you have one on your wrist also. So definitely stay tuned. Tomorrow I'm going to post a couple of these photos to my Instagram and Facebook pages. If you're not following me, follow me at Invicta Ryan. Follow Kimberly. She's fun to follow too. She's doing a lot of fun adventures.
I'm Kimberly Wells.
Yeah, I'm Kimberly Wells, and that's on Instagram.
No, you're not Kimberly Wells. I'm Kimberly Wells.
Anyway, yeah, there we go.
Sometimes he looks better than me. You know, but yes, social media is such a cool thing, and that's why we love doing these YouTube shows. I love following Ryan's page, both on Instagram and Facebook, because you get a sneak peek, you get an insider's look as well. Why do you think this is going to be such a huge hit? And then we're going to say goodbye.
Well, it's a new design out there, very cool dial. We have a mechanical automatic in it. It's a 5-link bracelet that's a part of it. Fun color choices too. I mean, there's definitely a color that you're being drawn to right now. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is going to be a huge hit tomorrow. So be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Or excuse me, 11 p.m. Eastern.
I know, it gets confusing. Do we have the item number, Ken, for the turbine that I can give them just to jot it down in advance? Dun, dun. Anybody? No? Oh, they're going to make you wait. You got to tune in. Are we saying goodbye now? Okay. Hey, this has been a ton of fun. Make sure you follow Ryan as well. Get the inside scoop. Thank you so much for watching us on our Invicta Online Live. And remember, social.evine.com/Invicta is where you can always find the best of the best. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Ryan.